Hello there, good evening and welcome to Páirc Uí Chaoimh. A little bit of history being made here tonight with the historic first ever Rebels Bounty draw. Now, usually at this time of the year, in the month of March, we'd be talking National League, we'd be looking ahead to the Provincial and the All-Ireland Championship Series, we'd be talking Club Championship as well. Different times though, here a vaccination centre now in Páirc Uí Chaoimh, but still some bit of good news tonight with this piece of history. In a few moments' time, I'll be talking to the CEO of Cork GA, that's Mr. Kevin O'Donovan, and we'll be chatting through the Rebel Bounty project, how successful it has been, crunching through the numbers and talking about how important it is for the clubs and for the county as a whole. Before we get into that, let's take a look at some of the prizes on offer here tonight. Now, we're going to have 3 draws tonight, carrying over 3 months, the month of January, February and March. Top prizes on your screen there now. €20,000 for the number 1 prize. The second prize, €3,000. The third prize, €2,000. Fourth to sixth is 1,000. Seventh to eighth is 500. Ninth to 27th is 250. And the 28th and 30th prizes are €150. Not once, not twice, but 3 times tonight. And we in the Irish Examiner are delighted to be here tonight broadcasting this event. Social distancing, masks, hand sanitizer, all in play here this evening. Kevin, as I said, a very different Páirc Uí Chaoimh to what we're used to usually in the month of March, but as I said, great to have some good news coming out of the county.
Yeah, well, firstly, a big welcome to you, the Irish Examiner, and to everybody at home. We're delighted to welcome you to Páirc Uí Chaoimh. It's great to have activity in GA of some kind. Of course, we have the vaccination started outside, so Páirc Uí Chaoimh is alive and well and is a hive of activity once more. Yes, different times. We'd rather be out in a field tonight, but, you know, desperate times require desperate measures, and I think Rebels Bounty has filled a big gap for the clubs in the springtime. It has given huge focus to the clubs in terms of administration. It has forced meetings to happen. I'm not sure if we'd all be in a bit of a slumber still if it wasn't for Rebels Bounty. And then, of course, the clubs have come up trumps, and it has been an incredible success financially. Okay,
talk to me about the background, how we got to Rebels Bounty in the first place. And obviously, like everything we see in the world at the moment, change can sometimes be a slow process.
Yeah, well, I suppose we were standing on the shoulders of giants in terms of the existing Cork GA clubs draw. Ran for 20 years and raised over 20 million for club and county over that time, with Pierce Murphy and many others playing huge roles in that project. We felt that the county board and the executive in particular and the clubs perhaps were not giving that project the support we should have been giving it. So on that basis, we felt, let's upgrade the existing draw. It had 15,000 members. We felt that was a really good place to start. And then we had a vision for it that we felt a degree of incentivisation for the clubs would kickstart it. So that brought in the rather hot topic of minimum targets and quotas and so on. But that was to put a baseline there and to, I suppose, almost force everybody to participate. Then we felt, once people hit those targets, that they'd see the incentive for the 100% commission for clubs. In time, that proved to be the case. In the interim, it forced a lot of soul searching and navel gazing and proper communication with clubs that we should have been doing anyway. And it has totally changed the perspective of our board in terms of how we deal with clubs, because the support committee played such an integral role and found out issues that were in clubs that we half knew about, but they all came home to roost. And in the end, all clubs came up trumps.
In a strange way, Kevin, at the moment, and we'll get back on to the issue of the fundraising in a moment, but the fact that we don't have any games, I suppose it is a great opportunity for county boards and officials like you to hear what's going on at the grassroots, that it isn't involving a football or a hurley or a match or a referee or anything like that. You're actually dealing with a whole different series of issues and problems and concerns that you just probably never had time to deal with before.
Correct, and when it started with a financial issue, I suppose that takes you into areas of governance, of good officers being in place, of the size of clubs, of the challenges they're facing getting people involved. We had urban versus rural, we had big versus small, we had senior versus junior B, and everyone knows the tapestry of Cork GA clubs, how varied it is. But this really brought it home. And it didn't mean that bigger meant easier selling or smaller meant harder selling. It just gave us an insight into the beating heart of every club. Now, some will say we shouldn't have been doing that through Rebels Bounty or through a financial issue, but that's where it came home to roost. And we feel after the draw, now that this phase is over, that consultation will be kick-started immediately again to deal with the issues that arose in that period. So perhaps it should have come through some other kind of review, but needs must. Now we've spoken to the clubs, now we feel really in touch with the officer boards and remember, with the clubs in difficulty that we were speaking to, we had very little consultation with clubs that were up and running, had no issues. So we were going to where the problem was greatest. So we have a support committee of fabulous people that are almost emboldened and energised by this, and I feel they'll be back to the clubs next week.
Okay, you have a whole lot of people to thank in a moment's time. In relation to the issue of the quotas and all of that, and as you mentioned there, it was a bit controversial at the start, did it iron itself out? It
ironed itself out in a number of ways. I suppose the penny dropped with people that once you passed that target, it became a massive free fundraiser for the clubs. And as soon as the club text went out that now we're getting all commission from sales, we saw it on the website.
I was about to say, could you see
they spiked once. So they gradually reached that number, and once they hit that number, up it went. The other aspect of it would be, I suppose, look, in financial terms, they were challenging targets, but we spoke to clubs on a case-by-case basis then and found out what the issue was and what their capability was, and our support committee kind of had control of that themselves as to how they could work the draw in that area. So there was the positive part, where once people hit the number, it skyrocketed, and then there was the difficult part where people really found it hard to reach that number, and there was strategies put in place.
Okay, the all-important numbers, that's what people want to know tonight. I've mentioned the prizes. You have the golden ticket overall.
The golden ticket is the number for clubs in clear profit going into club bank accounts. And I'm not going to say it's money going back to the clubs, because it's their money raised by them and staying with them, is 1.9 million euros. Now, that going into our 150 units that participated in the draw is a significant amount of money at this time, and will set them up well for the year ahead. But we feel, more importantly, it'll give them a baseline number every year from which they can plan developments, coaching, and make long-term investments based on the certainty of the draw. Because club lottos have served us all incredibly well, as have other fundraisers, but they can be variable. Whereas we feel Rebels Bounty, if you have X number of tickets in it annually, you can hold it, you can solidify it, and it can be a very steady base to grow the club.
Fair to say that has surpassed your expectation and hope?
Yes, but we know that in the good old days of the clubs draw, there was 25,000 members. So while we were taking huge criticism on the quotas and the minimum targets, we know that that audience is out there. And we think there's a bigger audience than the 28,000 tickets we sold. We know that this draw has more to go next year. So I wouldn't place any limits on the ambition of Cork people and their capability when they set their mind to something.
So that 1.9, is that the overall figure, or is that the figure for the clubs?
No, so 2.8 million is what the draw has raised. Prize fund of 500,000, administration costs, and then the board would hope to make between 300,000 and 400,000 out of it. So that would be our percentage. So 2.8 million in total, 1.9 million in clear profit, no strings attached in club bank accounts.
In terms of Cork GA at the moment, financially, you don't have all the costs of teams and everything like that. So what is that money now earmarked for?
You must remember that the board relied very heavily on the old club straw, and that's really where the 10 million to kickstart the Páirc Uí Chaoimh redevelopment came from. There were savings built up over time. So as the draw declined, that hurt our annual income. So we're actually trying to restore back to that number, a number of maybe 500,000 coming out of the draw annually. And we feel if we had that cut, then we'd take the shackles off the clubs and leave them fundraise to their own capability and their own need.
You have a whole host of people that you want to thank this evening. So
I'll do it rather quickly. Of course, we've Norma and Trina, who have been long-standing servants in the old clubs draw office and now run the Rebels Bounty office, and ably assisted by Aoife and Mairead in our own office. We'd last year's executive who brought this in and faced a lot of difficulties in getting it through, and we've this year's executive that took it on and drove it further. From that, a support committee of Mark Sheehan, Pat Horgan, Noel O'Callaghan, Richard Murphy, Donal McSweeney, Conor Coonan, Terry Brady really grabbed it about 2.5 months ago and had all of those individual meetings with the clubs and really, I suppose, took it from a perilous position into a far more positive, productive process. The previous draw committee, as I said, were standing on the shoulders of giants. They carried this with little support at times from us as officers in the past. I'd say we'd have to look in the mirror there that maybe we didn't give it the support we should have, and they carried it. People like Pierce Murphy, Martin Bowen, Mr. Keane from St. Vincent's, Francis Collins, and many more over many years. So Niall Keane, of course, from the north side. Then, and we made a presentation to Pierce earlier, and you'll see that. We Jonathan Healy helping us in communications. We the Páirc Uí Chaoimh staff helping us tonight. Cian O'Brien doing huge work in the presentation and all the tweets and so on over weeks. We've Superintendent Gary McPolan here tonight as our invigilator, as our independent observer. We've the clubs, we've the coordinators, we've the officers, we've the sellers, we've the buyers. So you don't sell 28,000 people tickets without 28,000 people working. So I'd like to recognise that. This is no victory for anyone. This is Cork clubs doing what they need to do.
You were telling me earlier today that tickets were on sale and going hot up until 5 o'clock this evening?
Absolutely, until a minute to 5. And we still had clubs communicating with us over that to correct this entry and correct that entry. So it has been very exciting. And we feel by closing this draw now, you're in a confined draw, no one else can get in, they'll have to wait till next year. And we think next year it'll be bigger and better.
That leads us nicely into, we were chatting about this a little earlier, the rules and regulations. There's so many, I think we'll kind of work it between us anyway. So as we can see here, we have 4 tables. There's 4 jars on each table. We have our hand sanitizer and everything like that. Now, this one here next to me, as a Kerry native, this had to be explained to me. This is a Cork alphabet because it has 29 letters. Okay? So there's letters A to Z, and beyond that then there's 3 digits, 2, 3 and 4. And then bowl 2 will have 10 digits, 0 to 9. Bowl 3 will have 10 digits, 0 to 9. And bowl 4 over on the far side, that'll have 10 digits, 0 to 9. So one ball then from each of these glass containers will be drawn in the sequence, starting here, working across, and that will generate a 4-digit, or in this case, a letter and a digit, and that will be the number. That's roughly it?
Correct. So everybody with a ticket at home will have their code where it's A375 or B124, and as we draw the 4 balls, you'll get your 4-digit number. Simple as that. I'd like to highlight the fact as well, and the people drawing the balls tonight are representatives of ladies football, camogie, the men's hurling and the men's football, because at county level this wasn't an integrated programme, but at club level it 100% was. And in my own club and every other camogie club, ladies football clubs were selling tickets because it was taken as a giant amalgamated project, and we think that's a metaphor for the future.
And everyone who purchased a ticket then, they are members then of the Rebels Bounty?
They're members of Rebels Bounty, and all the people who paid their €100 will be with us for 12 months, and all the others on the direct debits, the monthly direct debits at €10, they'll obviously be entered on a monthly basis. And
everyone has been verified by their own clubs and everything like that as well too?
We have a very strict process where there's dual verification, where the club verifies, but also our office verifies. So it's very tight that way, and our clubs have just been incredible. The commitment now of club treasurers, coordinators, officers on this has just been, they've basically run their own private draw as a franchise, and that was our vision for it for the start, that they would keep control. And I'd like to add as well, Colm, there's been huge novelty in the draw as well, with people adding aspects to it. So a lot of these clubs are running their own draws as well tonight for their Rebels Bounty members to make sure they have a local winner. So it's starting up its own cottage industry.
Wonderful.
Whereby a club can design their approach to this draw.
And I think finally that has been another thing, a positive from COVID, how creative clubs right across the County Cork and right across Ireland have become.
Correct. I place no limits on the imagination of our club officers. I'm sure they'll come up with even bigger and bolder ideas next year. Okay.
We're going to have to thank you very much, Kevin, because people want to see the all-important numbers.
And thanks for your help.
You're more than welcome, or we're going to leave you out there. Okay, now we're going to have our 4 drawers coming, but first I want to invite our invigilator for this evening, and that's Superintendent Gary McPoland. And Superintendent, you'll have the hot seat there in the corner, and you'll be able to keep an eye on everything that's going on. And we've got, as Kevin said, 4 very special people joining us to draw the all-important numbers. And he's one of Castlelyon's finest. He's big in Cork as well. Colm Spillane. Next up is Cork Camogie star Amy O'Connor. We're heading to Castlehaven and to Mark Collins and Moran Abbey's Maura O'Callaghan. And the four of those are our drawers for the evening. So we just ask you all to get your hand sanitizers on, just to make sure that's all done, and you can drop them down then off screen. With your permission, Superintendent, I may ask everyone to... I may ask everyone to put the balls in. Are you okay? Do you need to have one quick look? No, you've inspected them earlier? All fine. So I'll ask everyone to place their balls into the draw drums. I'm going to sit down here next to Gary, and we'll have a wide shot then taking us in. Terry is on technical duty here next to me, so if anything goes wrong, we'll blame him. Terry. Okay, so what's going to happen is we're going to start off, Terry, with the January draw. You have the technology there in front of us. How it is then going to work is I will start each draw. It'll start with Colm, and then we'll go from Colm to Amy to Mark and to Maura. Each of our drawers will hold the ball, so it'll be picked up by the screen, and then Gary as well is overseeing things here. And then once that draw is complete, all the balls will go back into their bins and mixed around, and we start the process again. Okay, so I think we're all okay there. Gary, can we get the thumbs up from you? Terry in technics and our technical crew, all good? Now lads, have you done your warm-up? Okay, because you're going to make someone very happy and someone €20,000 richer in the next 60 seconds. So, Colm, you're going to start the process. First out.
3.
The number 3. Okay, Amy.
5.
And we'll ask you just to bring it down there nice and close so we can pick it up on our cameras.
7.
So 3, 5, 7.
4.
And 4. So those are our 4-digit numbers. Computer is searching, and we're heading to Aaron's own. And congratulations to Dylan O'Connor, the first winner of the first ever Rebels Bounty. So €20,000 heading to Glanton and to Aaron's own. Martin Bowen, I see the seller there, and a good GA man he is. Okay, guys, all the balls back in again. Next prize up is 3,000. Give them all a little bit of a whirl around. And Colm will get us going again.
H.
So this time it is the letter H of that Cork alphabet, Colm being the only draw drum that has letters in it. Amy? 5. 3.
6.
And 6. H536, our €3,000 prize winner. We're heading all the way down to Clonakilty, and congratulations to Michael Hayes, who's after winning €3,000. Well done to Michael. Okay, all back in again, guys. And Colm, you know the score now.
N.
Letter N. 6.
9.
9.
4.
And 4. And congratulations to JC Daly, Randall Ogue, and €2,000 on its way to him. So 3007, and we're searching there, and it's Jonathan ORMAND from Youghal, who is after winning €1,000. Okay, guys, back in again. By the way, apologies, Gary. I said McPoland. I think it's McPoland or Mac.
One of the other columns.
Apologies.
Yeah,
So we're back with our €1,000 fifth, and it's X. Zero.
7.
9.
Okay, so let's go through that again. X079, we're heading to Carberry Rangers and Mary Callan. And the seller was Dennis Callan. I wonder, was there a connection there? €1,000 there for Mary Callan down in Carberry Rangers. Okay, our sixth prize now, also €1,000. Colm setting us off again.
X.
X again.
4.
4.
9.
9.
2.
And 2. X492. And our winners here are Rian and Jared O'Leary from Barry Row. And courtesy of the internet for them. And they're after collecting €1,000 there, our sixth prize. So back in again, so guys, and Colm to start the process again.
Q.
Q.
2.
2.
0.
0.
0.
0. Okay. Q200. Sounds like an Audi. Jerry Mackey is the winner from Watergrass Glenville. Jim O'Callaghan was the seller there. And he's after collecting €500, the seventh prize in our January Rebels Bounty draw tonight.
P.
P.
5.
5.
5.
2.
Okay, so we have P552, and it's Concreman. And would you believe it's Aaron's Own again? Second winner for them tonight, and €500 heading Concreman's way. So now we're heading into the €250 categories.
U.
1.
1.
6.
So U116, Terry working his magic here, and we are heading to St. Finbarr's, and Emer and Shane Hurley are the prize winners there. So congratulations to Emer and Shane. U116 their ticket.
U.
U again.
1.
1.
9.
9.
8.
8. So U198, and it's James McMurty down in Cloyne. So congratulations to James picking up €250 there, our 10th prize tonight. We're heading on to our 11 prizes. 30 prizes, of course, in each of the months, and we'll follow this sequence as well.
S.
S to get us going.
3.
3.
9.
9.
8.
8. So it's S398. John and Ruth Buttimer, Kilmeen, Kilbree. Daniel O'Donovan was the seller down there, and €250 on the way to them. 12th prize now being drawn up by Colm.
4.
5.
1.
0.
So 4, 5, 1, 0. We'll have to draw again. Doesn't sequence, so all the numbers back in. No matching ticket on that one, so we're starting with Colm again.
Or
2.
2,
0.
0,
9.
9. So R209. Better luck this time. Yes, we have. We're heading to Castlemagner, and Billy Gallagher is the winner down there. So congratulations to Billy. That's our 12th prize.
P.
P.
4.
6.
5.
So P465, and it's Lorna Sinclair in Killavullen who's picking up our prize here. Another €250 on its way to you. Congratulations, Lorna. That was our 13th, not our 14th prize. 14th to come.
M.
M.
2.
1.
8.
Okay, so M218, and it's Irla Otuma of Bela Hungarig, and congratulations, congrats to him. We're at, we're just coming up now on our 15th prize.
S.
Yes.
3.
5.
1.
Okay, so S351, Barry Wade of Lisgould is our winner there, so congratulations to Barry. Now we'll just take a quick little pause there. We'll get all the balls back in there again. Just to break up, Colm, we'll have a quick chat, and I promise it'll only be a minute or two. How are you getting on, first of all, in lockdown 3.0?
Yeah, I suppose not too bad. Yeah, I'm lucky. I'm a teacher, so we've been back in school the last 4 or 5 weeks, and you're kind of back into a bit of normal routine for the most part, and obviously combined with online teaching. So I have that, and you're kind of training away yourself, but definitely looking forward to when things come back a bit more.
How hard is it to be training remotely?
It's fine for short periods of time. You know, I think doing it for 2 or 3 weeks or 4 weeks is fine, but after a while it definitely gets a bit tedious, and you just want to kind of get back. And I suppose it takes the enjoyment out of it, kind of just training on your own the whole time. Definitely.
Yeah. And what about the lads in the club then as well too? You know, that kind of the uncertainty that's there for them as well. Like, I think there's this viewpoint. Well, inter-county will definitely come back, and some guys.
Yeah. I suppose, but like everyone's hoping the inter-county is probably going to come back as soon as possible. Therefore, the club won't have to kind of go on to Christmas or how late, I don't know. So I think if the inter-county can come back, and maybe somebody underage in the next, whenever, in the next while, it'll be a positive thing. Okay,
and just interesting, you know, you mentioned there that you're a teacher. Like, it's been very tough on kids, and especially from a sports perspective as well, hasn't it?
Yeah, extremely tough, yeah. And even like small things like the Harty now this year is just gone. You know, there would have been lads coming into first year looking forward to playing hurling with St. Colm's and Fermoy's where I teach, and you know, that's all kind of taken away from them. And I think even just the routine, like all kids from obviously the leaving such we have down to like 4 or 5 year olds, I think playing sport is such an outlet for them, and I think it really will be great when they can get all that back for everyone. Yeah, it makes a big difference to people.
Okay, well said. Thanks for that. So back to your, no slacking off now, back to your day job. I've Gary here next to me, he's cracking the whip as well. So we'll get going again.
T.
T for teacher.
1.
1. 5. 5.
3.
And 3. T153. And it's Conor Coleman from Ballinhassig. He's after winning our prize there of €250. Well done to him. So our 17 prize, it's back to Colm again. H.
5.
7.
9.
H579. And it's Johnny McLellan of Castlemartyr. Is that the second Castlemartyr winner we've had, I think? Yeah, Billy Gallagher was our other one.
R.
0.
2.
3.
So R023. It's Gemma Giltonen from Lisgould, who's after collecting €250. And this is the first ever Rebels Bounty draw, and we're drawing out the month of January.
W.
3.
4.
4.
So W344, and it's Fergal Hurley of the Bars. I think another Bars winner, second one I think there tonight. Well done to Fergal, €250 to him. 20th prize.
N.
3.
4.
8.
N348, and it's, you'll be delighted here, heading to Castlelyons and Tom Broderick. Do you know him, Colm?
Yeah, I do.
And I think it's Kieran McGann, a former super. Chief Super, get it right. Ball's back in so again, and we'll get going.
W.
2.
2.
8.
W228, and it's Henry Lynch down in Kilmichael, who's after winning €250. So we're on to our 22nd winner in the month of January.
P.
7.
2.
9.
P729, and it's Stephen Collins in Kilmeen, Kilbree. And congratulations to Stephen, €250, and it's going to you. $23rd prize.
Z.
7.
1.
0.
So Z710. Patrick Power of Brian Dillons is our winner.
B.
6.
B6.
5.
5.
So B6, 5, 5 for our 24th prize. It's Brendan O'Sullivan from Meelan.
S.
3.
1.
3.
So we have S313, and it's Donny O'Brien, Randall Ogue, the winner there, our 25th prize, €250. We have another two 250s to give out.
Q.
2.
9.
3.
Q293, searching underway. Imelda Huggins from Passage West, and congratulations to you, Imelda, €250 for you in this Rebels Bounty draw.
K.
0.
3.
0.
K030. Our 27th prize is Denis Mulcahy, back to Aaron's Own again, who kicked us all off tonight with the big 20,000 winner.
M.
1.
9.
2.
M192, and it's Tom Mannix in Shanballymore, and congratulations to you, Tom. Now we're down to the last couple now, 2 more remaining.
Q.
6.
7.
9.
Q679, and we're heading over to Bishopstown, and congratulations to John Carroll, €150 to John.
L.
8.
3.
1.
So L831, and it's Sean O'Donovan of Mayfield, and congratulations to Sean. And by my reckoning, that is the month of January completed. So Lance, you can take a little breather there for a second or two. Some great technical work going on here alongside me. Gary, you're happy with how everything is proceeding? Very good. Okay, so that is the month of January completed, and congratulations to the man up at the very top of that list there, Dylan O'Connor, €20,000 the richer, the man from Aaron's Own. 3,000 to Michael Hayes in Clonakilty, JC Daly, Randall Oak, 2,000, Jonathan Ormond in Youghal, 1,000, Mary Callanan in Carby Rangers, 1,000, and Rian and Jared in Barry Row, the O'Learys, they got €1,000 as well. Now, we'll be back in a few moments' time with the February draw, but before all of that, we have a little bit of a package to show you. Just before we came on air here tonight, there was a beautiful presentation downstairs here in Páirc Uí Chaoimh to honour and remember a very famous man and a great stalwart of Cork GA. That was Pierce Murphy, who was, of course, the former chairperson of the Cork GA Clubs draw. And let's have a look at how all of that went a little earlier this evening.
Thank you, Cian. We're delighted to be here this evening here in Páirc Uí Chaoimh on the cusp of springtime, and also as we commence the Rebels Bounty draw in about an hour's time or thereabouts. We're delighted to have Pierce Murphy from Madrigal Club in the Bear Division here. Pierce, the former county treasurer, and was instrumental in the management of the Cork GA Club's draw for many, many years during his term as County Treasurer and up to last year. So as a mark of appreciation to Pearse, we presented him with a gift tonight on behalf of the board to mark the work that he has done on a voluntary basis over many, many years for the draw. So Pearse, well done, Míle buíochas, thank you very much, and Araigla, Rebels Bounty from tonight onwards. Thank you.
Yeah, I'd like to say personally, first of all, a sincere thank you. This is something I didn't expect. When I got a phone call this morning, I didn't know what it was about, but a sincere thank you for thinking of me. I deeply appreciate it. My time in the old draw, Cork GA Club's draw, it was a wonderful time, and I enjoyed every minute of it. And I'm delighted, and as you know, I always wanted the draw to be a success, and I'm delighted that the new draw is going from strength to strength, and I wish you every success with it.
Thanks, Pearse.
Thank you, Pearse.
Side Páirc Uí Chaoimh shot a little earlier this evening with the chairperson of the county board as well, Mark Sheehan, joining Kevin in presenting Pearse with that little gift, and indeed we'd wish all the very best to Pearse and in tribute to the incredible work he and so many others did with the Cork GA Club's draw. Now, we're back into the month of February. We're going to speed things up here now because that was a kind of a training session for the lads. It's going to be, you've heard of synchronised swimming at the Olympic Games. This is going to be synchronised drawing. Colm, you're going to be the leader, so they all have to kind of follow your lead. So in an effort to get us going and speeding it up, we're going to draw the balls all at the same time. So all they're up there. So Colm, you have?
Eight.
7.
1.
F871. It's going to test Terry's typing skills. Congratulations to Declan and AILEEN Casey out in Ahabullogue. €20,000 the richer. You're after winning the top prize in the February instalment of the Rebels Bounty. Well done to the two of you, Declan and AILEEN Casey. Right, we're off again. All the numbers are out. Colm, you lead the way.
Eight.
1.
3.
F813, our second prize of €3,000. We're heading down the road to Douglas, and congratulations to Gary White. €3,000 to Gary White in Douglas. Well done to him. Right, good spin around again there, guys.
2.
4.
1.
9.
2419, Éire Óg, Catherine McCarthy. Niamh Lahan was the seller there. So congratulations, our third prize winner for the month of February. €2,000 going to Catherine McCarthy in Éire Óg.
L.
5.
8.
1.
Lads, you're really getting into the swing of things. Our next winner, L581, Tom and Catherine Howard, and they're in Kilworth. So Tom and Catherine Howard, our fourth prize of €1,000. Congratulations to them.
B.
3.
6.
7.
You're putting poor old Terry under awful pressure here, but he's going very well. Dennis and Claire O'Brien of Ballinora, our fifth prize winners of €1,000. So out to Ballinora to Dennis and Claire O'Brien. There's steam coming off his keyboard here.
B.
4.
8.
0.
B480. Shane Collins of Carrigaline is after collecting our sixth prize and €1,000. Well done and congratulations to Shane Collins in Carrigaline. Seventh prize is next, and now we're into the €500 categories.
D.
6.
8.
9.
D689. Ballymartle it is, and it's Eamon and Marian Kelly. Eamon and Marian Kelly in Ballymartle. Seventh prize here tonight of €5,000. Another €500 in the offing here with our eighth prize.
R.
4.
5.
3.
So it's R453, and it's Larry Kavanagh of Nemo Rangers, a former All-Ireland club winner, also a former manager of the team. And I suppose in the interest of transparency, Gary, I have to admit that he works in the Irish Examiner as well too. And live to tell the tale. And live to tell the tale. Well done and congratulations to Laura Us. 9th prize.
Or
7.
7.
6.
Jerry O'Donovan down in Bandon is after winning €250, our 9th prize tonight, or 776. Well done to him.
Q.
2.
7.
8.
Q278, and it is to Enniscara we go, and congratulations to Edward O'Connor. So Edward O'Connor of Enniscara, our 10th prize, €250.
Y.
4.
7.
8.
Y478, our 11th prize, is heading all the way down to Castlehaven and to DARRAGH O'Callaghan. So well done to DARRAGH. Smile there behind the mask from Mark. Our 12th prize is coming up next, and that's €250 again.
U.
3.
9.
6.
U396, and it's Kilworth, and it's Shane O'Brien is our winner. Our 12th prize tonight, €250 heading to Shane O'Brien in Kilworth.
S.
5.
3.
6.
S536, our 13th prize. It's Ted Cyril up in Mallow. €250 to Ted Cyril in Mallow. $14 prizes next.
J.
3.
0.
1.
J301. Frank and Maeve McSweeney in Ahabullogue. Again, another Ahabullogue. And I think there's a couple there earlier as well too, wasn't it?
E.
9.
0.
6.
E906. And this time it's Garrod McSwivna out in Kilnamartyr. And congratulations to Garrod on that one there. Now we can take another little suspiog, because I'd say poor old Terry's fingers are about to implode or explode. I can see the smoke coming off the keyboard. Amy, we're going to bring you in for a little chat here now. I know it's, I suppose, the obvious question. How are you getting on, first of all?
Good, yeah, very good. I'm trying to remain as positive as we possibly can. Obviously, it's a bit tough for everyone at the moment, but just try to think of it positively, that there is light at the end of the tunnel now with the vaccines. You can see all the activity going on here tonight, so hopefully there is a bit of light there for us and we'll be back to normal before we know it.
Your background is in pharmacy, am I right?
Yeah, so I qualified as a pharmacist nearly 2 years ago now, but I took a completely different path and I took a job with a technology company. So Work Vivo is actually on my jersey tonight. They sponsor our club as well. So something totally different, but I love working there, so yeah.
But given your background, I suppose you must have, you know, everybody's an expert when it comes to COVID-19, but you're probably more of an expert than anyone else in the room here tonight.
Yeah, I think, you know, I say everyone is an expert at this stage. We're hearing so much about it. Everyone's listening to podcasts from like the likes of Luke O'Neill. Everyone's hearing different things every single day. So no, I would have a bit of a background in all right, and I have a specific interest in all of the vaccines and how they work. And I've signed up to do the training course as well to do the vaccination. So maybe I'll get the opportunity to do that as well.
Very good. And as you said, wonderful to see here tonight in Páirc Uí Chaoimh, the vaccination process already starting. Turning to the GAR perspective, of course, a disappointing end to the year last year. Was it tough to get over?
Definitely.
I need to feel it's going to be tough, but given where we are in the world, was it tougher than normal?
It was definitely, because I suppose normally when you have a loss, you have a game fairly soon enough to get over it again, but there's been so long now to I suppose, dwell on it to a certain extent and probably analyse that game over and over again, probably too much at this stage. But we just have to look at the positives from it. We have to learn from it. And I think we will have learned from it as a group, as individuals, and that's the main thing. Okay, and what about, I was asking Colm a little earlier, how do you manage the training and keeping fit and keeping mind and body fit yourself? I suppose I actually found it much tougher in the very first lockdown, just because we were so unsure about everything. We didn't know if GAA was going to go ahead. We didn't know where we'd end up. But I think there's a bit more positivity for me this time, because we saw that it went ahead last year, and I think it's very looking positive, despite the numbers at the moment, that it will go ahead this year. So I think there's a bit more kind of certainty around the whole thing, so I'm finding it a bit easier this time to train alone.
And I get the impression hunger won't be an issue anyway for you or for any team.
No, I don't
in
think so.
2021.
Yeah, I think everyone will be chomping at the bit to get back to any sort of sport, any sort of activity, so we'll all be looking forward to that.
Brilliant stuff. And Amy, thank you so much as well, and thanks to all of you for your time here tonight and playing a small role in what is a wonderful, much larger project for Cork GAA. Right, we're back. Terry's after doing his warm down. He's ready to go again. We're on to our 16th prize winner, and we're still in the month of February. And Colm, you'll get us going again.
W.
4.
5.
4.
W454. Ian Maguire at the bars.
My job is done anyway.
So Ian Maguire, the Cork senior football captain, is after collecting €250 there. Gary, we're okay with that, are we?
Very happy.
We're very
Let's see the Bears do it.
P.
1.
7.
0.
P170. And it's Alan Noonan from Blackrock, and congratulations to Alan, €250 for you, Alan Noonan in Blackrock. And to our 18th prize, still 250.
C.
7.
9.
5.
C795. And it's DARRAGH we're heading to. First time I think we visited there tonight. And Dennis Kelly, C795. So Dennis Kelly and DARRAGH, €250 to you. Congratulations.
A.
7.
8.
7.
A7. 8. Was it 8?
8, yeah.
8, yeah, Mark. Yeah, thank you. And it's Samantha Green in Carrigaline. So Samantha Green has the ticket, A787 in Carrigaline, and €250 to you. So we're moving on again. And this time we're on to our 20th prize.
M.
7.
8.
5.
M785. Computer searching, and we've got Breathe and Fionnuala Doyle in Youghal. So Breathe and Fionnuala Doyle down in Youghal. Congratulations to you. €250 heading to the sunny east of County Cork.
3.
4.
6.
7.
3, 4, 6, 7, our 21st prize tonight in the month of February. It's Ger Desmond in Carrigtwohill, and congratulations to Ger there. €250 heading down towards Carrigtwohill. 22nd prize is next.
P.
4.
8.
2.
P482 is Mark Lester down in St. Catherine's. Great countryside down there. And congratulations to Mark. €250 to you.
J.
7.
5.
3.
J753, our 23rd prize in the month of February, and it's Pather Creedon in Macroom. So Macroom winner, Pather Creedon, €250 to you.
W.
1.
6.
2.
W162, our 24th prize winner, is Claire Hornbrook in Delaney's. So congratulations to Claire, and that is our €250 heading to you. That was our 24th prize.
2.
3.
4.
5.
2, 3, 4, 5, couldn't be any easier. And Nicola O'Reilly in Castlehaven. will be very happy with that, and I'm sure Mark will be very happy as well. He'll be able to show his face down at home again. And €250 heading down to her. 26 prizes next. We have two 250s to go, guys.
T.
5,
4,
8.
T548, our 26th prize, and it's Frank and Mary Lynch in Ballinhassig.
C.
2,
3,
1.
C231, and it's Donal Lane in Ahabolog. The famous boxing, I think the famous boxing trainer, if memory serves me correctly, out there. Great family out that side, out around Rylan.
L.
9,
1,
3.
And it's David and Noel Moynihan. We're back to Ahabolog as well. And I think it's John Tarrant, who's a famous GA writer in that neck of the woods.
J.
6,
0,
3.
So it's J603, and it's Tim Crotty, and it's Killa we're heading to. So Tim Crotty down in Killa is going to be collecting his prize. And our final one, our 30th, our final prize in the month of February.
I.
8,
4,
1.
I841, and it's Donal and Anne Shinnick in Buttevant. So Donal and Anne Shinnick in Buttevant collecting the 30th and the final prize in the month of February. Right, guys, you can all take a little susbiog again there. You can get the balls back in. I'm going to be joined there now in a moment by the chairman of the Cork County Board, and that's Mark Sheehan. So we're going to bring Mark in here to join us. Mark, you can stay right there. Thank you very much, no offence. You're watching all of this out on the screens outside. How's it going down in the wider world?
It seems to be going down very well. Good dispersal of prizes around the city and the county, and a lot of very happy people, and another draw to go. So we're very pleased so far this evening, and thanks to everyone for being part of it here tonight and right throughout the city and county and beyond. Huge following as well, we understand, on social media presently in the county and around the country, and indeed abroad as well, so that's very positive.
Okay, and I suppose that is the great thing about a draw such as this and modern technology. You don't have to confine yourself to the county of Cork. You don't have to confine yourself to the island of Ireland.
Yeah.
You can go global with this.
Yeah, and that's, there's a huge Cork diaspora right throughout the world and throughout the country, and we've been, I suppose, through social media and through our campaign, I suppose, on this draw, this members' draw, particularly since the 1st of January, I suppose, and that has brought us to tonight, and we're very, very pleased at several levels, and very pleased for our clubs particularly, and the engagement with our clubs, and of course the bounty to the clubs, which is the heartbeat of the association in every county, and we're very pleased with that and looking forward to the year ahead, to the April draw, right through to December, and to next year, and to bigger and better things, hopefully.
Okay. Fair to say a baptism of fire for you as a new chairman. What a time to start.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. I suppose I had a bit of a run-in last year for the first 8 or 9 months of COVID. But quarter one has been busy. We've engaged a lot with the draw, and it has been very, very successful and very rewarding as well. And I suppose, as people mentioned earlier, it has given us a GA focus, and we're very pleased with that. So yeah, it's been interesting to live an interesting time, interesting journey, but good to see brightness in the evening, vaccinations happening, and hopefully a return to play when safe to do so in the not too distant future. But who knows about that?
And like again, this is the question everybody's asking. Nobody has an answer. People will say, "Oh, Mark, you're on the grapevine. You're hearing from Croke Park." I presume you're like the rest of us. We're just waiting to hear from what NEFIT and the government say, and the GA will then act accordingly.
Absolutely, and I suppose that's right and proper, really, because we're in unprecedented times, and the challenges and the safety of the population, is paramount, and I suppose that will guide us ultimately. And I think
we'll navigate through that, and we've got to be patient. It's difficult for everybody, from the young to the old, from our supporters, our followers, and our players. But you know, let's be positive and be safe. That's all we can do.
We spoke to Kevin a little earlier, and we were talking about the communications that are now happening more and more with the clubs. What's the word that you're getting back from the clubs on the ground? What's the feeling? Is there optimism for the future?
Absolutely, there is optimism, and you know, I suppose there's no road without a turning, as it were. And you know, clubs, I think, are focusing on the future and to the return to play, and I suppose the draw and the great prizes in this Rebels Bounty, you know, has been an attraction in itself, and possibly a distraction as well. And it has been positive for clubs, and 28,000 plus members. That speaks for itself in terms of positivity and engagement, and that's really, really important.
And how important is it to the Cork brand after some tough times?
Yeah, well, I suppose it shows the strength of the brand and the resilience of Cork people, and the interest in our games, the love for our clubs, and the association, our stadium here in Páirc Uí Chaoimh, Páirc Uí Rinn. And you know, it's a positive beacon in these times. And I suppose as well, Kevin mentioned all the people who have subscribed to the draw, all who have made tonight happen and made it happen at club level. And it would be very remiss of me not to mention Kevin himself as County Secretary and CEO, who was instrumental in this project as well, and a very, very important one. So, you know, Kevin mentioned all the other people. I won't mention them again, but I certainly take the opportunity to mention him in a very positive way in that regard.
Well said, Mark. And one other thing that I think that we should mention, it's great to have Maura and Amy here as well tonight, the lads covering the hurling, the football, but I think we're moving into a stage in the GA's existence where we need to maybe break down the barriers and look at the entire associations into an association.
Yeah, absolutely. I very much share that view, and you know, we are all one, and that's what has made this draw successful, and it's what makes every club successful as well. There are no barriers in clubs, and we'll be no different to that, and it's very, very important that we keep that in focus as well for the future.
Okay, Mark, we're going to leave
Thank
it
you,
there
Colm.
because we've the last month still to come, and there's somebody waiting on 20,000
yes,
euros.
Indeed. Thank you.
Thanks to Mark Sheehan, the chairman of the county board. I'm going to sit down here in the hot seat again next to the superintendent, safest place to be. Move over. Right, so we're going to get going. So with March, same procedure, guys, with you again, and Colm, you lead the charge. And our first prize here will be worth 20,000 euro. The superintendent, safest place to be. U922. No winner found. That's the second time that's happened tonight. So guys, everything back in again and start again.
B225.
B225. It's happened again. Right. I was going to say third time lucky. Hold on, we'll go back there on that now 1 second. We'll just pause you for 1 second. Just to make sure that everything is going according to plan. Everything seems to be okay, Terry?
B225, yeah.
And we have it.
Yeah.
So we're going back there.
Was there a number before that as well?
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, we've got to go back to that. I'd say I lost connectivity.
Okay. Will we be able to look back on the footage on that one there? There's a little challenge there now for our technical team. So the joys of live broadcast. So we're going to work back there for a second. While the lads are working on that, I'm going to bring you in there, Mark. How are you getting on?
Good, Colm, thank you.
Very good.
Bit better.
It's kind of like a strange situation for you in that you're actually still looking ahead to a county final.
Yeah, I suppose it's a good thing in one way. It's a very exciting time. You know, if you were told at the start of any year that you had one match to win a county, you'd grab someone's hand off. But I suppose on the other end of that, it's just the unknown of when it will be, and trying to keep the lads focused without burning them out, I suppose, would be the main issue.
Talk us through that incredible night of drama in Páirc Uí Rinn. Do you practice penalties?
No, couple of weeks leading up to it, there was a small bit of messing and crack going in training about it. But to be honest, we don't. And it was just a crazy night. Like, I think we were probably lucky to get the penalties. The Bars were probably the better team on the night, but we were just absolutely delighted to get through, and it was a crazy night, as I said.
Okay, how are you managing otherwise in terms of life in general and everything like that? Are you getting through it okay?
Oh, quite good, yeah. You know, as Amy said, hopefully there's light at the end of the tunnel and there's something to look forward to. So just trying to train away on our own and, you know, stay as positive as can be and to look forward to the times ahead.
And what about in terms of Cork? How are you managing with the lads there?
Yeah, to be fair, like, we have an unbelievable setup. You know, we have a very good coach in Cian O'Neill and S&C coach in Kevin Smith, who are on to us all the time, and if we need any help, they're there for us. So we're quite lucky in that way, and we're just keeping together through Zooms and whatever you can do. So that's as much as you can do, I suppose. But yeah.
Would you have any preference in terms of how a season goes? Like, if they were to say, let's scrap the National League at this stage, let's just go straight into the championship, a backdoor championship, a knockout championship, what would be your wish?
Yeah, the only thing with scrapping the league would be that teams will probably look to play matches before championship anyway. So instead of playing challenge matches, I think you might as well play competitive matches with league. And I think that would be a great preparation for championship, whether it be knockout or a backdoor situation.
Okay, and in terms of, we'll say the Tipperary result. I'm sorry that you know, we've to bring it back up again, but like, is that something, as I mentioned to Amy, defeat at the best of times is difficult, but defeat in a pandemic must be so much more challenging mentally to get over, and the fact that, as Amy said, you didn't have something to move on to.
Yeah, Amy hit the nail on the head by saying, you know, usually you'd be back in January or February with matches, and we've had to wait a lot longer. Obviously, it was a huge disappointment. We had the high of beating Kerry, and we're looking forward to a Munster final, and we just didn't perform in the day, and it was a big disappointment. But, you know, there was a lot of positives to take from the last couple of years, and we're really looking forward to the year ahead.
Okay, now I'm going to bring you in there, Maura. A disappointing end as well too, at the end of the year for Mourne.
Yeah, it was very disappointing, to be honest. But geez, that seems like a lifetime ago now at this stage. Like, to be fair, West Cork have been, you know, knocking on the door for the last couple of years, and they're an excellent side. So it was probably a matter of time before they kind of found their form and were able to get over the line.
I was there on the day. Like, it was an incredible spectacle of football. Mm-hmm. Was it a case that, you know, for Mourne Abbey, that there's been just so many days that you were going to the well again and again and again, that eventually you had to run out of road?
I suppose, yeah, we would have been a bit disappointed with how we performed on the day. Like, I don't think we came away saying that anyone had a good game. I think we were all, just didn't click for us on the day, really. But I suppose, look, we'll go again. We'll go back to the well this year if we get a chance.
And what about you yourself? Like, I've asked everyone else the question, how have you managed away from sport in the last number of months?
It hasn't been too bad, I suppose. I feel like, as Amy said, I'm trying to remain positive, but I'd be lying if, you know, I'm not feeling a bit fed up with it, I suppose. But my working life has kind of kept me a bit sane. I never thought I'd be saying that was an outlet, getting to go into work and talk to other people. So that has definitely been a positive, how times have changed. But so I find that was good anyway, to mix things up, I suppose, and just get a few other voices even to chat to. So I can't complain too much anyway.
And in terms of, we'll say, working through those Zoom meetings, you know, with the club, you know, is it difficult to stay motivated when you don't know where that end line is?
Definitely, yeah. Like, with this year, like, I suppose we have that date in the diary that our Munster semi-final against Cares in June, but I don't think, we're not really sure if that's going to go ahead or not, so we're, I suppose, trying to prepare for that, but we're definitely taking it easy, I suppose. You know, there's not too much pressure on anyone just yet.
Yeah, and in terms of that issue that you are playing, representing Cork in the club championship, do you feel a bit of sympathy for West Cork?
I suppose That's a tough one because I'm delighted we get, you know, I suppose another bite of the apple for 2020, like if it does go ahead. But I suppose it's the rules with Croke Park, you know, I think it might have been appealed, but it didn't go through. So I'm happy that we get another chance.
I suppose one of the other things that we should mention as well too is in terms of ladies football and women's sport in general. I'll just throw it out to the two of you there, that probably ladies football in Camogie has benefited in a way from what has happened, because you're getting way more coverage than you would have before. Would you agree, Amy? I'll bring you in there.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say there was more people watching Camogie this year than there ever would have been, because there's probably more people watching the live streams than they would have gone to a match. And all of the games this year, I think bar one in the Senior Camogie Championship were live streamed, so it was brilliant. And even in the club scenario in Cork, the majority of the senior games were live streamed as well, so it was brilliant for people to see. It was a bit of promotion that Camogie probably needed, just because I suppose we don't get the same exposure either as the ladies footballers. In fairness to Lidl, over the last few years, they've done a tremendous job in promoting it. So the more exposure Camogie gets, the better. And you have the likes of Little Woods Ireland, who've now kind of tied in with the Camogie Association to sponsor the leagues, which is a brilliant sponsorship. And then you have Liberty Insurance as well. So all the exposure we can possibly get, the better. So.
Okay. The reason we're just holding up is we're going back, and I'm getting the thumbs up that we're okay to go again. Gary has given me the figure. Everything is done. So, Gary, I'll just get you maybe to stand a bit closer here to the microphone, just to explain what was going on there in the background. We had a little technical glitch.
Very slight glitch. It was colour was a V for Victor, but it was actually U for uniform. 922 was the first.
And that's why it read as a non.
And we just double checked, and we have a winner for first prize, and that's U for uniform 922.
Brilliant. So we went back there on the tape. That's why we were having our little chat with the lads there, in case you were wondering. And after all of that, congratulations to Lisa Moore in St. Catherine's, and she is after collecting €20,000, and she is our top prize winner in the month of March. Now we're moving on, I think, here, Gary.
And the second four balls that were drawn then, when we didn't think we had a winner for the first prize, turned out to be B225. So B for Bravo, 225.
B225. And it was Gerdy and Sheila McSweeney. We saw their names then coming up on the screen, because we were wondering, had we lost connectivity here? We hadn't. And it was Liz Myers. So, Gary, you were sitting here next to me. You had your feet up on the table thinking, I'm having a nice quiet night here. But thanks to Gary, to Terry and Raf on the technics, and Cian, and we got it sorted. And as well, thanks to Maura and Amy as well too for saving my bacon there for a few minutes' time. Right, so by that reckoning, we have two prizes done, and we're on to our third prize in the month of March, and it's for €2,000. So Colm, you started. Take your time now, lads. No rush.
I
1
0
1.
I won 0-1. And it's Philip O'Shea in Aero Og. And congratulations to Philip there with our third prize.
K
2
0
5.
K205 is our fourth prize winner tonight in the month of March, and it's Sean Kiley out in Tracton. So congratulations to Sean, €1,000 heading to you. Fifth prize.
G
8
4
1.
So it's G841. And it's Aero Og again, and it's Niamh Lahan who sold the ticket for the second one, and it's John O'Shea who's after collecting €1,000. So two winners there for Aero Og in our top five so far. We're on to our sixth prize, another €1,000.
2
5
1
6.
So 2, 5, 1, 6 are four digits, and it's Holly McCarthy down in Kinsale with the win there. So Holly McCarthy, 2516, and the club is Kinsale. Colm to get us going again for our seventh prize at €500.
It's the V now. V
7
9
2.
B792. And it's Dunlow Mahoney and it's Castlehaven. Mark, a sigh of relief there. He was told, don't come home if you don't have about 5 winners.
Oh,
4,
2,
0.
So 0, 4,
2.
2, 0. And no winner on that one. 4, 2, 0. No winner on that one. So all back in again. Take your time, and Colm will lead us again. And this is for our 8th prize at €500.
3,
3,
5.
5.
3, 3, 5, 5.
And the last one I said out was 0500.
So do we want to go back on that one? So again, will we try that one?
As there's no 0 in the board.
Okay. Yeah, there's no 0 on the board, so it would be we're told to hold off again. Yeah, so there. This is like VAR. Falls back in again. We're reviewing the tape.
That was
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he called O.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I might take it as a 0.
Okay,
Anyway,
I've no 0. Yeah.
05.
500.
Was it 0500, yeah?
Okay. The lads are reviewing the tape anyway as we're looking through it.
Remember, mark is 0, 0, 0500 now.
5, I think, but I'm...
Yeah, we've calculation on the way here now from Cian. Like mention that, lads. You know, I kind of jokingly mentioned VAR there. Would you have a viewpoint on that sort of technology coming into GA? We like people say technology should come into GA, but then we've seen when technology comes into certain sports, as we see in the soccer, and it hasn't worked out.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think it would suit the GA. There's a lot more, like, soccer's a bit different. GA, there's kind of 2 players marking each other the whole time, all over the pitch, and, like, if there's any sort of, you know, pulling and dragging or, like, what is a foul, I think it would kind of, it'd be very hard to tell at slow speed. So, no, I definitely wouldn't like to see it come in. But I play in the full back line, so probably why.
Defenders Union there, Mark?
Yeah, I'd agree with Colm. I think GA, both hurling, football, camogie, it's a very quick game, and I think slowing it down would be a big negative. I suppose in Croke Park and the likes of Thurles, Hawkeye works exceptionally well, and I think that's as good as you can get probably at GA.
Okay, Amy?
Yeah, I think the lads are right. It adds a bit of an excitement as well to the game when the technology isn't there. There's a bit of a talking point after the match. So I think bringing it in might be a bit negative. I think Mark hit the nail on the head there. The Hawkeye is brilliant, you know, and the excitement that builds up when they're reviewing that is brilliant. But I think post-match, the technology might take away from some of the controversial conversations that might be had, which often adds to the excitement of the GA.
Okay, Maura, are you going to say something now completely different?
No, I agree with what the lads have said. Like, it's a quick game and we don't want to be slowing it down. Like, I mean, even the water breaks that were happening, people are giving out about them slowing down the game. So imagine what every decision going to video would do to it.
And of course, the great technology in ladies football, a simple one, the countdown clock, the excitement that brings.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's phenomenal. It's something that potentially could be looked at in other sports. Are we working on? We're still working away here in the background. But in terms of looking to other sports, is there anything that you see in another sport, like for example the TMO we've seen in the rugby over the last couple of days? Is there something that you'd like to be brought in?
I think Hawkeye as a kind of a standard in every stadium, I think would be very beneficial. I think that's the one area where it's very black and white. Is it over the bar? Is it not? And I think having that in every stadium throughout the country would be a benefit. But I wouldn't like to see anything else. I don't think it would help.
Okay, Amy.
I suppose the head injury assessment would be a good one. So that kind of happens a lot in a lot of the elite sports or the professional sports. I had concussion myself this year. I was knocked out in a club game. So a bit different to what I'm going to say now, but I do think that would be beneficial to allow management to take a player off, be assessed by a doctor before they're sent back onto the pitch.
And did you know there and then that you were in trouble? Were you knocked out cold, or was it? Yeah.
Yeah, I was knocked out cold in the match. Yeah. So.
What was the return to play protocol then for you?
It was really long. I was out for 9 weeks. So I was out for 9 weeks prior to the start of the Intercounty Championship. So missed almost the entire lead up to that, which was really disappointing. And I missed the rest of the club championship as well, which was obviously very disappointing for myself and my club. And it just took a bit of time. I ended up back in hospital afterwards as well. But to be fair, Dr. Con really looked after me. I was on the phone to him probably morning, noon and night looking for a bit of advice. So he really looked after me, and he got some of his colleagues and some of the people he knew in CUH to really look after me as well. So
Great.
I was in the best hands.
What about you, Mark?
Just going back to Colm's point about the Hawkeye, maybe goal line technology, but one I could just think off the top of my head. I know there isn't many situations where it kind of would be needed, but you know, if it was to decide an All-Ireland final, if a ball is over the line or not, it could be something vital.
Yeah, and because we saw the famous effort there with Austin Gleeson a couple of years ago, and that really shaped, you know, a horrible end for Waterford season. What about you, Maura, in terms of technology that could come in?
I have nothing new to add now to what the lads have said there. I think the HIA would be a really good addition. That's a really interesting point, Amy, there.
Right, I'm getting word in my ear. We're still working back there. There was a little glitch there in the system, but hopefully we're going to get it ironed out. We were on our 8th prize. We're back onto our 8th prize in the month of March, and we're typing it in. Again, this was the confusion, I think, between a 0 and an O, and it was 0420, and yeah, we've got it confirmed now. Gary, you're happy as well too, you're satisfied as well too. And apologies, these things happen when you're dealing with a draw of this complexity and this magnitude tonight. So after all of that anyway, and it's been double checked by the way by Gary here alongside me, we've also reviewed the video footage as well too from the draw, and we can confirm anyway that that is our prize there for our 8th prize. And are we on to a 9th prize then as well? Yeah, it's 3555. No, that one isn't. That was the 9th one, so we'll search again on that one. 3355. Yeah, we have it again, and that should bring us up. Yeah, and John Russell from Crosshaven. So we're up to speed again. Terry's happy. More importantly, Superintendent Gary here alongside me is happy, and we're at our 10th prize in the month of March. And Colm, you'll get us going again. If we have another break, you'll be singing songs. Okay.
V.
3.
5.
So V335, and it's Sonia Walsh, Glen Rovers, St. Nick's, and congratulations to Sonia Walsh and Glen Rovers and St. Nick's, our 10th prize winner, €250.
H373.
H373, and it's Sean Cullinan in Blackrock. So Sean Cullinan in Blackrock picking up our prize there, our 11th prize, €250. We're on to our 12th prize now in the month of March.
G535.
So G535, and it's Kathy and Tim O'Connor in Clondruhid. So Kathy and Tim O'Connor in Clondruhid, and they are after picking up €250, our 12th prize tonight. 13th prize now, lucky for some.
N652.
N652, and it's Stina O'Donoghue, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, and it's in Castle Magner. So apologies if I'm after butchering your name, but congratulations all the same, and hopefully €250 will ease the pain of that. We're on to the 14th prize.
Number 4.
7.
8.
9.
4789. 4789, and we're searching there, and that is a no winner anyway. Okay, we're confirming that 4789 is a non-winner, so we're going to go again.
R.
8.
5.
4.
or 854. Search underway, and we have Hubert Burrows in Newcestown. So great dual club out in Newcestown. Hubert Burrows. Our 14th prize. 15th prize is next. 250 is the prize money.
F.
3.
3.
9.
F339. And it's heading to Michael Lorden in Éire Óg. And I've spotted Niamh Lahan. That's her third one, I think, that she's sold in the month of March.
Three.
7.
2.
7.
3727. And we have a Sean Brown in Carrigaline. So well done to Sean Brown. 3727, €250 on its way. Congratulations to Sean. 17th prize is next, March 17th.
G.
6.
0.
1.
G601. Denis and Eileen Lynch in Kilnamartyr. I think, is that the second time, Gary, we've seen? I think, yeah, we've seen Denis and Eileen. So well done, exactly. We'll know where to go when lockdown is over. Heading to our 18th prize.
W.
3.
2.
7.
W327. And it's Killa we're heading to. And it's Teresa Barry. So Teresa Barry in Killa, congratulations to you. €250 the richer. Well done.
U.
8.
4.
9.
U849. Jill Kelly, Argadine Rangers. So congratulations, €250 on its way to Argadine's Jill Kelly, 48 or U849. 20th prize now.
Q.
4.
5.
5.
Q455. And it's Martin Coleman in Ballinhassig, a very famous name down around Ballinhassig. And congratulations to Martin. 21st prize, still €250.
N.
0.
5.
1.
N051. And it's Tony Ring in Canavee. Another famous name. Well done to Tony. Yeah.
F.
2.
7.
4.
F274, 22nd prize, and it's heading to Tracton and to Morris Flynn. Congratulations to you, Morris. €250 on its way to you. We're heading down the final furlong now.
4.
5.
5.
4.
4554. Draw again.
Yeah.
All back in
More
again.
value.
Congratulations to you, Joe. €250.
U.
3.
7.
8.
U378 is our next prize winner, and it's Anne and Andrew Foley in Killa. Anne and Andrew Foley in Killa. €250 heading its way to East Cork. 2 250s to go and then 3 150s.
S.
5.
3.
8.
S538. And this time it's Shawnee O'Sullivan in Castlelyons, and Kieran McGann again, the seller there. And Colm is smiling and nodding the head. Our last 250 ward winner tonight, the month of March.
4.
9.
2.
0.
4920. Draw again.
Okay.
Back in again. 4 prizes remaining tonight.
2.
8.
3.
7.
2837 is Brian and Eamon Villiers in Milford. So Brian and Eamon, congratulations to the two of you. Our last 250 prize winners tonight. 3 more to go.
O.
2.
3.
3.
0, 2, 3, 3. And it's Derry Canty in Ballincollig. Well done to Derry, €150 heading to the colleague and to Derry.
S.
057.
S057. Our second last prize tonight. It's Liam and Annabelle O'Riordan in Carrigtwohill. Liam and Annabelle O'Riordan in Carrigtwohill. By my reckoning, just one remaining, and that is it. It's our 30th prize, our 90th in total, 30th in the month of March. €150. Colm, get us going.
M.
541.
M541. Kate O'Sullivan down in Bantry Blues, heading out west, €150 heading to you. So I think that is where we complete it all. So well done on all of that. So drama aplenty there. Well done to everyone involved. This is roughly where I'm going to have to wrap it up for the evening, and thanks to everyone. Thanks especially to Colm, to Amy, to Mark and to Maura. Superintendent Gary, McFolin, I'll get it right this time. Thank you so much. You had a busy night tonight. Terry, you were working hard as well. Huge thanks as well to Kevin and to Mark, to Cian, and as well to Conor Coonan, who's working hard here in the backroom team, and Raf, Kieran, and the rest of the crew here did a fantastic job in testing circumstances here. A lot of chopping and changing and reviewing tapes and everything like that. So that is where we're going to have to leave it tonight, folks. I hope you've enjoyed this evening. Bit of history tonight. The vaccines starting to be distributed here in Páirc Uí Chaoimh, and as well history being made with this, the first ever Rebels Bounty. We've done the draws for January, February, March. There's 9 more months in the year, so there's lots more chances for you to win and possibly grab one of those big prizes as well. That is where we're going to have to leave it for this evening. Thanks to all our viewers across all the platforms. Thanks to everyone for getting in touch. And thanks, most importantly, to every person that bought a draw for this wonderful project. And remember, there's plenty of time now to buy more tickets between now and the end of the year. That's where we're going to leave it. Thanks again. Good night. God bless. And hopefully the next time we'll talk, we'll be back out in the field watching these guys in action.